All right, man, listen, it's 2023, okay? Y'all women need to start loving yourself just for who you are, man. Not because we got all this technology now and you could add this part and take this part off and then put this over here and suck out some fat from here and stuff it in this other part. It don't mean you have to do all that. Most of the time, all you need to do is put yourself on a proper lifestyle, not a diet, a lifestyle. Eat more fruits and vegetables and drink more water than anything else. You could still have your meat and all that other stuff, your starches, rice and whatnot, but just add a little exercise to your regimen. A lot of females are losing their lives all across the board, white women, black women. But the funny thing is, I see it happening more to women of color than anybody else. Now, the last time I checked, most, and I won't say all, but most black women or women of color, they already got some shape to them. They already have a nice little booty going on in the back and all that. So I don't understand. God didn't give you enough. You feel like God made a mistake and you got to add to what God made already. Man, listen, at the expense of your life. Oh, man. So in October, 26-year-old Janisha Jayla Williams and her mother, Latoshia Leggett, they traveled to Best You Now Cosmetic Surgery Center in Plantation, Florida. So the young woman could receive a breast augmentation and a Brazilian butt lift all in one. I don't know. I guess this Best You Now Cosmetics was having a 2-for-1 sale and she took the offer. As reported by her mother, Williams never woke up from her surgery. Let me take the time to interject and say this as well. Some of y'all older women, y'all need to be teaching the younger women something. You know what I mean? But y'all out here doing foolishness too. So you can't even tell these younger women nothing. Her mama took her. Look, I'm not taking my daughter nowhere. If men was having these types of surgeries, I'm not taking my son nowhere. I'm telling him the whole time, I don't believe you should do this. People are dying from this. You don't need it. It's not necessary. And I'm not taking you to your death. You're going to have to call an Uber or get a friend or somebody else to take you because I ain't doing it. She took her daughter there. Could you imagine what it feels like? You drove your own daughter to her death appointment. You sitting there in the lobby waiting for your daughter to come out. And your daughter never comes out. Well, she came out, but she came out on a stretcher wrapped in a white sheet. According to Leggett, which is the mom, she flew into California to attend her daughter's procedure and she waited in the facility's lobby as doctors worked on her daughter. She said, I was asking every hour, how's my daughter doing? How are things going? And they kept telling me, she's okay, everything's fine, don't worry, she's okay. This is what the grieving mother recalls. Now, as time passed, other patients who went in started exiting, but her daughter never appeared. So she's starting to wonder, well, how come all these people went in after her and are coming out before her? What's going on? What type of stuff she getting done? So soon after, she's sitting there in the lobby chilling and she's seen the ambulance pulls up. She says the ambulance didn't just pull up. The ambulance pulls up. You could hear the ambulance coming before it got to the facility. Woo, 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 woo. And it gets louder and louder as it gets closer to you. And then it pulls up, bam, right in front of the facility. The ambulance pulls up. That's when I said, excuse me, can somebody tell me what's going on? Where my daughter at? Leggett said to the news station as her daughter's body was being rolled out of the building on a stretcher by staff into the waiting ambulance. Staff from the Best You Now Cosmetic Surgery Center delivered devastating news to her at that point. Mama said, they politely grabbed me and they said to me, your daughter is dead, ma'am. Your daughter is dead. She revealed. A report from the Broward Medical Examiner's Office noted this procedure was completed, but Williams never woke up from the anesthesia. Her cause of death was listed as undetermined. Now, since the tragedy, the Florida Health Department has filed administrative complaints against the facility as well as Dr. John Edward Neese. the designated physician for Best You Now. Y'all better remember that name, Best You Now, and make sure you never end up there. Because I know some of y'all are listening to this and you still, right now as you're listening to this, you're still planning and you're still looking at your body and you're still saying, I'm going to get the fat suck out from my belly and get it put around here because I don't have a big enough booty. Or I'm going to get some of the booty lifting going and put it in my breast, or take some out of my breast. You're looking right now to see how you could chop yourself up to make yourself into that perfect image that you think you're supposed to look like. You know what I mean? So go ahead and pay attention. Make sure, at least, if you're still going to do it, because I can't tell grown people what to do. But if you're going to do it, make sure you don't end up at a place called Best You Now in Florida Plantation. Reports later revealed that the OBGYN named Dr. Millicent Muir gave Williams the anesthesia. She never woke up from it. The designated physician for the surgery center claimed that they all allowed a doctor that wasn't qualified to administer the anesthesia to sedate Williams. They admitted it according to this report. I don't know how true that is, but if it is, that's a hell of a lawsuit. Only an anesthesiologist is supposed to administer anesthesia. But when she came in for her procedure, somebody said, anesthesia on deck? Nope. Anesthesia called in. Anesthesia got another date, another appointment. Who are we going to get to do the anesthesia for her? We picked Dr. Millicent Muir. She's best qualified. She's an OBGYN. She should know the amount to give her. Only problem is, Dr. Millicent Muir is not an anesthesiologist. She's not qualified. So she probably gave her too much of that sauce and she went to sleep and went to heaven. The victim's family says that no one from the surgery center has reached out to them following this loss of their family member. The 26-year-old, this is the sad part. The 26-year-old left behind 2 children. Now 2 children are motherless because you were trying to get a Brazilian butt lift and get something done to your titties. 5 years old and 2 years old. 2 small children, man. It's hard. They ask if they can go to heaven all the time to see their mom. They don't understand. They're not at the age yet where they understand what's really going on. The grandma is tearful. She was talking to NBC Miami 6 News. You know what I mean? A sad situation. What are you going to tell those 2 little children? Right now, those 2 little children are looking through the windows, waiting at the door, going to bed at night, saying, is mommy going to come in here and read me a bedtime story? Where's mommy, grandma? Haven't seen her in a while. I miss my mommy. When's mommy coming back? And they keep telling them mommy is in heaven. And the little babies are asking, can we go to heaven to visit mommy? That's just sad as hell. Wait until they start to realize that mommy ain't never coming back. Damn it, man. It probably won't be such a hard impact on the 2-year-old, but it probably will. Because, 2 years old is the age where babies just need their mom. They need that hug. They're close to all the stuff that happened when they were in the womb, like their mom's voice, her vibration, her beating of her heart. That type of stuff is what comforts them when they feel panicky, when they feel like, I want to go to sleep. I need some, some closeness. And this 2-year-old will never have that. The 5-year-old might have been out of that stage, but the 5-year-old will understand quicker than the 2-year-old that mommy ain't never coming back. I want this to be a lesson to every one of you females out there, women, for 2023. I'm not trying to take no money away from none of these surgeons because that's how they make a living. And I'm not trying to trample on women's rights. If you feel like you want to cut your feet off and attach it to where your ears was supposed to be, it's your body. You have all the right to do it. I'm just saying, y'all see how many people are dying from these procedures? Do you really think that the perfect body you're looking for is worth risking your life to get it? Leave y'all comments in the comment section below. I'll catch y'all on another video, man. It's Hot Topics TV with a little bit of straightening, a little bit of teaching. And y'all already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.